Prashant Chokupali came to Australia to earn a master's in engineering. But in late 2004, he says he was covering for a friend by working at a Sydney bakery for a few hours. That saw him end up in the Villawood Detention Centre.
Every night it's been torture. And for the people who pay like $70,000-$80,000 on the universities, I don't think they deserve this.
Mr Chokupali says he was forced to spend the next 18 months in detention after breaching a no-work clause in his visa. After several attempts to explain himself and to apply for a bridging visa, he claims he was finally released in April 2006 with no explanation.
They just give a piece of paper saying you got a visa and just go.
Since then, Mr Chokupali has lodged a claim of unlawful imprisonment in the New South Wales Supreme Court after reaching out to the Australian Human Rights Commission for help. Mr Chokupali's lawyers say the Commission has found his detention was in breach of the Migration Act. It also says he should receive nearly $600,000 in compensation as a result. But because the findings haven't been tabled in Parliament, the Commission is refusing to comment any further. The Commission's findings are not binding on the federal government, and Mr Chokupali is still facing deportation.
He's lost the opportunity to apply for permanent residence in this country. Most of these overseas students come here, they study, they complete their studies, and then almost automatically they are entitled to apply for permanent residency. So my hope is that the minister will use his discretion and grant him that residency.
The Immigration Department says it will respond to the Commission's report by the end of the week, but the case has renewed calls from the Greens for detention centres to start using time limits.
Detention should only be for the purposes of health and security checks. The remainder of the application process, whether it is to apply for a new visa, apply for a protection visa, should be able to happen in the community. Mr Chokupali has since completed his Masters and hopes to eventually settle in Australia. A mediation hearing is scheduled in November. Manit Sigas, World News Australia.